Chosen ones, I will not warn you again, urgent call from the Lord. You are not here by accident, and if you feel something pulling you to keep listening, it is because something deeply important is unfolding in your life right now that you cannot afford to miss or ignore. There is a gentle but powerful urgency surrounding your spirit, as if heaven itself is leaning closer to you, calling your name with a voice filled with love, concern, and divine purpose that refuses to stay silent any longer. What is being revealed to you in this very moment carries a weight that can shift your path, protect your future, and open doors that no human effort could ever create. Type 333 if you believe. There is a reason your heart feels stirred, and there is a reason your mind cannot look away from this moment, because what is about to settle into your spirit has been prepared for you long before today ever arrived. Before this feeling fades, take a second to gently support this by liking this video, because someone else who is lost and hurting may need to see this at the exact right moment to feel hope again. There is a deep love flowing toward you right now, and it is not loud or forceful, yet it is steady, patient, and impossible to ignore when your heart becomes still enough to receive it. You have walked through moments where confusion surrounded you, where silence made you feel forgotten, and where the weight of life pressed heavily on your shoulders. Yet even in those unseen struggles, you were never abandoned or left alone. Type 555 if you trust in God. There comes a time when love no longer whispers softly, but speaks clearly with intention, and this is that time for you, where the call is no longer distant, but directly reaching into your present moment with clarity and truth. You are being gently awakened to understand that certain patterns, certain people, and certain choices cannot continue in the same way if you are to step into the peace and purpose that has already been prepared for your life. This is not a warning filled with fear, but a loving correction filled with care, guiding you away from what harms your spirit and drawing you closer to what heals and restores your soul. You may have felt small in moments where you were meant to feel strong, and you may have doubted your worth when you were always seen as valuable beyond measure, yet none of those moments changed the truth of who you are in the eyes of heaven. There is something within you that has always been set apart. Even when you tried to blend in, even when you tried to silence your inner knowing, and even when you felt like giving up on the path that felt too heavy to carry. That inner stirring is not confusion, and it is not your imagination, but it is a quiet confirmation that you are being led somewhere meaningful, somewhere safe, and somewhere filled with light. This moment carries a message that cannot be delayed any longer, because the time for hesitation has slowly been replaced by the time for clarity and gentle obedience. There are things you have already sensed within your heart that you need to release, things that no longer bring peace, things that quietly drain your strength, and things that keep you from fully experiencing the love that is trying to reach you. Letting go may feel difficult, yet it is not a loss, but a doorway into something far greater that has been waiting for you with patience and care. There is a soft voice within you that has tried to guide you before, but it was often drowned out by noise, fear, and the opinions of others who could not see what you were being prepared for. That voice has not disappeared, and it has not given up on you, but it is now becoming clearer, stronger, and more impossible to ignore, because the season you are entering requires your full attention and trust. You are not being rushed, but you are being called to wake up to what has always been quietly present within you. You are deeply loved, even in moments when you feel uncertain, and you are deeply protected, even when situations around you seem unclear or overwhelming. There is a covering over your life that has carried you through moments you thought would break you, and there is a strength within you that has grown quietly through every challenge you have faced. Nothing you have gone through has been wasted, and nothing has been unseen, because every step has been shaping you into someone who can carry peace, hope, and quiet strength into the places you will soon walk into. The path ahead is not meant to harm you, but to heal you, not to confuse you, but to bring you clarity, and not to burden you, but to free you from what has been holding you back for far too long. You are being gently reminded that you do not need to carry everything on your own, and you do not need to have every answer before taking the next step forward. There is a guidance that meets you where you are, that understands your fears, and that gently leads you forward one step at a time with patience and kindness. What you feel right now is not pressure, but purpose, and it is not meant to overwhelm you, but to awaken something within you that has been waiting to rise. You are not behind, and you are not forgotten, but you are right on time for what is unfolding, even if it does not look the way you expected it to. There is peace ahead of you that is real and lasting, and there is a restoration coming into your life that will gently replace what once felt broken or incomplete. Hold on to this moment, not with fear, but with quiet trust, because you are being led into something that will bring light into places that once felt dark and heavy. The call you are feeling is not something to ignore, because it carries within it a love that desires your peace, your healing, and your wholeness in ways you have not yet fully understood. What once felt overwhelming is slowly losing its grip, and what once felt distant is now drawing nearer with a calm and steady presence that reassures your spirit without needing to speak loudly. A newly revealed second brainwave method, backed by neuroscience and once hidden in classified documents, is helping thousands activate their brain's wealth setting. People refer to it as the money magnet sound because of how quickly it appears to attract abundance. Click the link in the description and comments below to awaken the prosperity already within you. You may notice that certain things no longer feel the same, and certain environments no longer hold the same comfort they once did, because your spirit is being refined and gently redirected towards something greater. This does not mean you are losing something valuable, but it means you are outgrowing what can no longer hold the depth of who you are becoming. Growth often feels unfamiliar, and sometimes even lonely, yet it carries within it a promise that something better is being prepared for you, something that will align with your peace instead of draining your energy. Type 2020 to claim miracles. There is a quiet strength rising within you that does not need validation from the outside, because it is rooted in something deeper than approval or recognition. This strength has been built through moments of endurance, through nights when you held on, even when it felt difficult, and through days when you continued moving forward despite uncertainty. Nothing you have faced has been meaningless, because every experience has been shaping your heart to recognize truth, to choose peace, and to walk with a steadiness that cannot be easily shaken. You are beginning to see more clearly now, not just with your eyes, but with your understanding, and this clarity is helping you recognize what truly belongs in your life and what no longer has a place in your journey. There is no need to force anything to remain, because what is meant for you will not need to be held tightly out of fear. Instead, it will remain with ease, with peace, and with a natural flow that does not disturb your spirit. There are moments ahead where you will be asked to trust quietly, without needing every detail to be revealed, and in those moments you will discover a deeper connection that cannot be shaken by doubt or fear. This trust is not blind, but it is built on the gentle awareness that you are being guided with care, even when the path ahead is not fully visible. You are not walking alone, and you have never been left to figure everything out on your own, even when it felt that way in the past. Type yes to affirm. There is something beautiful about the way your life is being rearranged right now, even if it feels uncertain, because what is being removed is making space for something that will bring peace instead of confusion. You are being aligned with moments, people, and opportunities that will not drain you, but will strengthen you, support you, and remind you of who you truly are. This alignment is not random, and it is not temporary, but it is intentional and carefully placed within your journey. There will be times when you feel like pausing, when the weight of change feels heavy, yet even in those moments, you are being carried with a gentle strength that does not allow you to fall apart. You are allowed to rest, you are allowed to breathe, and you are allowed to take things one step at a time without rushing or forcing anything to happen. There is no pressure on you to become everything at once, because your growth is unfolding in a way that honors your pace and your capacity. You are learning to listen more closely now, not to the noise around you, but to the quiet guidance within you that has always been there, waiting for your attention. This guidance is steady, it is kind, and it is always leading you toward what is right for your life, even when it asks you to step away from what feels familiar. Familiarity does not always mean it is meant to stay, and comfort does not always mean it is good for your future. There is a peace that is beginning to settle over your thoughts, slowly replacing the confusion that once filled your mind, and this peace is not fragile, but strong and lasting. It is the kind of peace that remains even when situations are not perfect, because it comes from something deeper than external circumstances. You are being anchored in something that cannot be easily shaken, something that will remain with you through every season that lies ahead. The love surrounding you is not distant, and it is not conditional, but it is close, constant, and aware of every detail of your life. Even the things you have never spoken out loud are known, and even the feelings you have tried to hide are understood with compassion and care. You are not misunderstood, and you are not unseen, because there is a presence that knows you fully and still chooses to walk with you every step of the way. There is no need to fear what is ahead, because what is coming into your life carries peace, clarity, and restoration that will gently heal the places that once felt broken. You are not stepping into uncertainty without support, but you are stepping into a path that has already been prepared with intention and love. Every step you take is being guided, even when you cannot see the full picture, and every moment is leading you closer to something that will bring fulfillment and quiet joy into your life. You are not the same person you were before, and that is something to embrace, not something to fear, because the version of you that is emerging is stronger, wiser, and more connected to truth than ever before. This transformation is not something that happened overnight, but it has been building slowly, patiently, and steadily through everything you have experienced. What is ahead will not take from you, but it will add to your life in ways that feel natural, peaceful, and right. You are being guided into a space where you no longer need to question your worth, where you no longer need to chase what is not meant for you, and where you can finally rest in the understanding that you are exactly where you need to be. You may not fully understand everything that is changing, yet there is a calm awareness growing inside you that something is different, something is settling, and something is beginning to make sense in a way it never has before. This is not confusion, but clarity forming slowly, like light rising at the beginning of a new day, touching everything with warmth and revealing what was once hidden in shadows. A 7-second brainwave practice, once reserved for select circles and concealed in classified files, has now been made public, and many describe it as the 30-second miracle. Experts say it awakens a dormant brain center connected to wealth and blessings. Click the link in the comments below before it is taken down from the internet again. There are parts of your past that once held you tightly, moments that replayed in your thoughts and made you question your worth or your direction. Yet those same memories are now losing their power, because you are no longer the same person who experienced them. You are stronger now, not because everything became easy, but because you continued to move forward even when things felt uncertain and heavy. That strength did not come from striving harder, but from quietly enduring, from learning to breathe through difficult moments, and from choosing to keep going even when the path was not clear. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. There is something very gentle yet very powerful about the way you are being guided right now, because it does not push you into fear, but instead draws you into peace, even when you are stepping into unfamiliar territory. You are not being asked to have everything figured out, and you are not being expected to carry more than you can handle, because there is a steady presence walking with you, guiding you one step at a time. Each step may feel small, yet each one is meaningful, and each one is leading you towards something that will bring quiet joy and deep fulfillment into your life. You may notice that your heart is becoming more sensitive to what feels right and what feels wrong, and this is not weakness, but awareness growing within you. There are things you once tolerated that no longer sit well with your spirit, and there are situations you once accepted that now feel out of alignment with the peace you are beginning to experience. This change is not accidental, and it is not temporary, but it is part of a deeper transformation that is shaping you into someone who chooses truth, peace, and love over confusion and struggle. There will be moments where you feel the need to step back, to create space, and to allow yourself time to rest and reflect, and these moments are not signs of failure, but signs of wisdom. You are learning that not everything needs your attention, not everything deserves your energy, and not everything is meant to stay in your life. This understanding is bringing you into a place where you can move with intention instead of reacting to everything around you, and this is where true peace begins to take root. Type 1919 to receive miracles. There is a deeper connection forming within your spirit, one that is not based on what you can see or touch, but on what you can feel in the quiet moments when your heart is still. This connection is strengthening you from within, giving you a sense of stability that does not depend on external circumstances. Even when things around you feel uncertain, there is something within you that remains steady, reminding you that you are held, you are guided, and you are not alone in anything you face. You are being gently reminded that you do not need to return to what once hurt you, and you do not need to revisit places or situations that drain your peace. Moving forward sometimes means leaving certain things behind, not out of bitterness, but out of understanding that your journey is leading you somewhere new. This is not about loss, but about growth, and it is about choosing what aligns with the peace that is now becoming more important to you than anything else. There is a quiet confidence beginning to rise within you, not loud or overwhelming, but steady and sure, like a foundation being built beneath your feet. This confidence is not based on perfection, but on the awareness that you are being guided and that you do not need to control everything to feel secure. You are learning to trust the process, to trust the timing, and to trust that what is meant for you will come without force or struggle. There are blessings that are finding their way toward you, not because you have earned them through effort, but because you are aligned with a path that carries peace and purpose. These blessings may not always appear in the way you expect, yet they will come with a sense of rightness that you will recognize immediately. They will not bring confusion, but clarity, and they will not bring stress, but ease. You are being prepared for something that requires a calm and steady heart, something that will ask you to stand in your truth without fear and to walk forward with quiet confidence. This preparation is happening now, in the small moments, in the quiet decisions, and in the gentle shifts you are experiencing within yourself. Nothing is being wasted, and nothing is happening without purpose, because every part of this journey is leading you towards something meaningful and lasting. There is no need to rush, and there is no need to force anything into place, because what is meant for you is already being arranged in a way that will meet you at the right time. You are not behind, and you are not missing anything, but you are exactly where you need to be in this moment. The path ahead is opening slowly, and as it does, you will find that each step feels more natural, more peaceful, and more aligned with who you truly are. You are deeply loved, and that love is not distant or conditional, but present and constant, surrounding you even in moments when you feel unsure. It is guiding you, protecting you, and leading you into a future that holds peace, healing, and a sense of belonging that you may have been searching for without even realizing it. Stay with this feeling of peace, because it is not temporary, but it is something that will continue to grow within you as you move forward. You are being led into a life where you no longer need to struggle to be understood, where you no longer need to prove your worth, and where you can simply be who you were always meant to be. This guidance does not overwhelm you, but instead meets you in calm and steady ways, reminding you that you are being led with care and intention into a place of peace that cannot be taken away. You may begin to notice that your reactions are changing, and the things that once unsettled you no longer have the same effect on your heart, because something within you has shifted into a place of quiet strength. This strength is not loud or forceful, but it is deeply rooted, allowing you to remain calm even when situations around you are uncertain. You are no longer being pulled in every direction by fear or doubt, but instead you are learning to remain centered, grounded, and at peace within yourself, even when the world around you feels unpredictable. Type 2323 if you agree. A rare 7-second morning ritual previously hidden in classified documents is re-emerging, and people are already sharing accounts of swift financial advancement. It takes almost no time, yet it triggers a dormant wealth switch in the brain that most people never use. Click the link in the description and comments now to access it before it vanishes. There is a wisdom growing inside you that is helping you see beyond surface appearances, allowing you to understand situations and people with a clarity that you did not have before. You are no longer easily misled by what looks appealing on the outside, because your spirit is learning to recognize what carries truth and what does not. This awareness is protecting you in ways you may not fully realize yet, guiding you away from what would have once caused confusion or pain, and leading you toward what aligns with your peace and purpose. You are also becoming more aware of the importance of protecting your energy, of choosing where you invest your time and attention, and of understanding that not everything deserves access to your heart. This is not about building walls, but about creating healthy boundaries that allow you to remain in a place of peace. You are learning that it is okay to step back, it is okay to say no, and it is okay to choose yourself when something does not feel right for your spirit. There is a quiet confidence forming within you that does not need to prove anything to anyone, because it is rooted in a deeper understanding of who you are. This confidence allows you to move forward without needing constant reassurance, because you are beginning to trust the guidance you feel within. You are no longer dependent on external validation to feel secure, because you are learning to recognize the truth that has always been present within you. Type 666 if you trust Jesus. There is something very important about this season of your life, because it is teaching you how to remain steady even when things around you change. You are learning that your peace does not need to be tied to circumstances, and that your sense of stability can come from something much deeper than what you see or experience externally. This realization is freeing you from patterns that once caused stress, allowing you to move through life with a sense of calm that is both gentle and strong. You are also being prepared to receive things that require a heart that is open yet grounded, a heart that can hold blessings without fear of losing them. This preparation is not about making you perfect, but about helping you become ready to receive what is coming into your life. You are being shaped into someone who can carry peace, who can handle growth, and who can remain steady even when life brings unexpected changes. There will be moments where you feel a deep sense of gratitude rising within you, even without a clear reason, and these moments are signs that your spirit is aligning with something greater. You are beginning to feel a connection that goes beyond logic, a connection that reassures you that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. This feeling is not something to question, but something to embrace, because it is a reflection of the peace that is being established within you. You are no longer the person who once felt lost or uncertain about your direction, because you are now walking with a sense of awareness that is guiding you gently forward. Even if you cannot see the entire path, you are no longer afraid of what lies ahead, because you trust that each step will be revealed at the right time. This trust is not something you forced, but something that has grown naturally through your experiences. There is also a soft reminder within you that you do not need to carry the weight of everything alone, because you are supported in ways that go beyond what you can see. This support is constant, steady, and always present, even when you feel quiet or withdrawn. You are not alone in your journey, and you have never been alone, even in moments when it felt that way. You are being led into a life where peace becomes your foundation, where clarity becomes your guide, and where love becomes the center of everything you do. This is not something distant or unreachable, but something that is already beginning to take shape within your life. You are stepping into a new way of living, one that does not rely on fear or uncertainty, but on trust, calm, and quiet confidence. There is no need to rush into anything, because what is meant for you will arrive at the right time, in the right way, and with the right feeling of peace. You are learning to move with patience, to allow things to unfold naturally, and to trust that everything is being arranged with care. This patience is not a delay, but a preparation for something that will last and bring lasting fulfillment. You are deeply valued, deeply loved, and deeply understood, and this truth is becoming more real to you with each passing moment. You are not overlooked, and you are not forgotten, but you are seen and known in ways that go beyond what you can fully comprehend. This awareness is bringing you into a place of security, where you no longer feel the need to prove your worth, because you understand that your worth has always been there. As you continue forward, you will find that your steps become lighter, your thoughts become clearer, and your heart becomes more at ease. You are moving into a season where things will begin to feel right, where you will recognize the alignment in your life, and where you will experience a sense of belonging that you may have been searching for. You may begin to notice that you are no longer drawn to the same distractions that once held your attention, and this is not because you are losing something, but because you are gaining something far more valuable. Your focus is shifting toward what brings you peace, toward what strengthens your spirit, and toward what carries meaning that lasts beyond temporary moments. This shift is not accidental, but intentional, and it is part of the guidance that has been leading you, step by step, into a place of deeper awareness and quiet fulfillment. Type yes to affirm. What if abundance had always been influenced by a hidden brain signal, buried in classified records and never fully disclosed to the public? This frequency is now creating new pathways, attracting opportunities, and reshaping lives faster than expected. Thousands are already using it to draw wealth like never before. Click the link in the description and comments now and activate the money-attracting brainwave today. There is a clarity forming within your thoughts that is helping you release confusion, allowing you to see your path in a way that feels simple and steady instead of overwhelming. You are beginning to understand that you do not need to chase everything, because what truly belongs to you will come without struggle or force. This understanding is freeing you from the need to constantly prove yourself, allowing you to rest in the truth that you are already enough, exactly as you are. You are also learning to trust the timing of your life, even when it does not match your expectations, because there is a deeper rhythm guiding everything that is unfolding. This rhythm is not rushed, and it is not delayed, but it is perfectly aligned with what you are ready to receive. You are being brought into a place where patience feels natural, where waiting does not feel like loss, and where every moment carries a sense of purpose that you can feel within your spirit. There is a softness in your heart that is growing stronger, not weaker, allowing you to respond to life with compassion instead of fear, and with understanding instead of frustration. This softness is not something to hide, but something to embrace, because it is part of what makes you who you are. It allows you to see beyond the surface, to understand others in a deeper way, and to move through life with a grace that brings peace not only to you, but to those around you as well. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. There is also a quiet courage rising within you, a courage that does not need to be loud or visible, but that shows itself in the choices you make and the way you continue to move forward. This courage allows you to step away from what no longer serves you, even when it feels difficult, and to step toward what is right for you, even when it feels unfamiliar. You are learning that courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to move forward with trust, knowing that you are being guided every step of the way. You are becoming more comfortable with stillness, with moments of quiet reflection where you can simply be without needing to do anything or prove anything. In these moments, you are able to reconnect with yourself, to listen to the gentle guidance within, and to feel the peace that is always present when you allow yourself to slow down. This stillness is not emptiness, but fullness, a space where you can receive clarity, comfort, and reassurance.